New Zealand's Foreign Minister says investing in the stability and security of the Pacific is in the country's best interest, and it's important for Kiwis to understand that. Vauwasa Manea Winston Peters was in Tonga as part of a 3-day tour of Polynesia. Mr. Peters and his delegation landed in Tonga during a period of political instability with the government and the king at odds over 2 ministerial appointments. Speaking after a meeting with Tonga's acting Prime Minister, Winston Peters says political and economic stability in Tonga and the rest of the Pacific region is incredibly important for New Zealand.
Because we're part of the blue continent, and more New Zealanders need to understand how critical the future of the Pacific Island countries and Tongans are to our very future. We're putting the money in here because it's a serious, wise investment for the long-term security and profitability of the part of the world we live in.
Tonga's acting Prime Minister Samiu Vaipulu says the government will resolve its differences with the King the Pacific way. Mr. Vaipulu says they have relayed to His Majesty's Office the Attorney General's advice to Cabinet that a directive is unconstitutional.
We are still awaiting time to have an audience with His Majesty, and we can find a way forward. We do it the Pacific way. We taranoa.
While in Tonga, Mr. Peters was at the opening of a new facility in Nuku'alofa, which will hold medical supplies and stock to provide life-saving support, especially in natural disasters. Tonga's head pharmacist says although she welcomes the opening of the new pharmacy building, a shortage of health staff to meet the nation and outer islands' needs is the greatest concern. Livaitai Asaeli says although she's pleased about the new building, the kingdom needs about 20 pharmacists when they only have 7.
We are very happy that the New Zealand government funding our new warehouse because as you see this building, it's been upgraded by the New Zealand government in 1993. But then from that time it was still, the stock was still, the consumption in Tonga was still low. But for the past years like 2010, there was a vision that we need to build another warehouse, a bigger one, so that will accommodate all the stocks because we are the one who supply all the Tongan government. So since the COVID-19, there was an increase of the consumption and also the PPE. That's why we have this overflow. It was overflow before the COVID-19, but then since the COVID-19, it was increasing.
What are the other main health needs of the people? You get to speak to people every day and your team will be telling you what is needed. How can we support apart from the new building?
Right now, our pharmacy department, the standard is not up to the standard that we should be because of the capacity building.
What do you mean by that? The number of people?
The number of staff that we have. For the new warehouse, we haven't had any logistics officer. There's only one stock control officer, but haven't been trained properly to be a stock control officer. So, in the storeman, only one storeman and one assistant storeman. So we need to build that. We need to have those staff at the warehouse and also the procurement. And then this is the capacity building that we need. So right now our pharmacy technician is working as a storeman because there's no storeman working as a storeman and logistics officer and stock control. That's what they're doing now. But that's not the need for us to build the pharmaceutical facility, the staffing, capacity building, and also for the pharmacists, because we only have 7 pharmacists here in Tonga. We need to build that also. And a pharmacy technician, we need to build that also for the capacity, even have a form of further training. So
how many more pharmacists would you like to see if there are 7 at the moment?
Like I say, it should be around 20 pharmacists because at the outer islands there is no pharmacist there.
Many health staff are moving abroad. Do you find shortage of staff here also?
Yes, the turning over is a bit high for us because the number of our staff is so small. Like last year, one pharmacist resigned to have a private pharmacy, and then this year another pharmacist resigned because she's migrating to New Zealand. Right now in Tonga, we want to build the standard of pharmacy because we haven't done the clinical pharmacy yet, properly done it. So we need the specialized area to have a clinical pharmacist there, like the diabetic, the hypertension. There's no pharmacy at the moment right there. And also the wards. That's what we need to build it up. to what it should be.
So what happens when people have like problems with their diabetes or something like that? Where can they go?
Oh, they just, they have the special diabetes because the nurse and doctors are there.
Yeah.
But I know that pharmacists really help out. As you understand in overseas, they really help out. If there's the need to build a capacity, either they work in the outpatient pharmacy, because the outpatient pharmacy is overloading. Because the number of prescriptions that are there is up to 400. Yeah. And then the items around 600. This too much.
Too much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we need to build it, because in the clinical pharmacists can do in the outpatient clinic, general outpatient pharmacy, and also to the inpatient wards, and also to the special clinic, even to the mental health centers.